Hello everyone. So today we are going to talk a little bit about mean value theorem, which is a very important concept for M1 students particularly. Yeah. And I'm not going to talk to you about the actual mathematics, which we can talk about later, but let's look at it in more intuitive kind of a way. I mean, why do we need to know this? Where exactly it helps to solve more practical problems. Okay, now first to start with, I want you to imagine, so let's imagine you are on a road trip. Okay, and you start at 10 a.m. and reach your destination 2 hours later, and you covered 100 kilometers. Okay, now here, as per the details that we have, the distance that we covered was 100 kilometers, and the time it took for us is 2 hours, right? So if, let's say, I want to calculate the average speed, it's d divided by t, comes down to 100 by 2, which is 50, right? So it's 50 kilometers per hour average speed. Now what mean value theorem tells you is, if for your entire journey, let's say you started from here and then you reached here, it's 10 a.m. and it's 12 p.m. Okay, reached from here to here, and your average speed was 50 kilometer per hour. Mean value theorem tells you that during your journey there was at least one moment in your journey when your speed was actually 50 kilometers per hour. So that could be any moment here, let's say here or here. So I'll pick one moment, and as per this theorem, at this particular time, your speed on your speedometer was actually 50 kilometers per hour. That is what it tells you. If you want to look at it more graphically, then let me put a scale here. Here, let's say it's time and it's speed. Okay. If this is 10 a.m. and this is 12 p.m. and then let's say your speed at 10 was, of course, 0. You started at 10, and then your speed, let's say, increased, and then it came down to here. So your speed varied, let's say, in this way. So if I pick a moment on this graph, let's assume I take this moment, and if I want to check the exact speed at this point, I can draw a tangent line at this point, and if I calculate the speed at this moment, let's say this moment is, for example, 10:45. At this particular moment, your speed will come exactly to 50 kilometers per hour. So in other words, mean value theorem gives you a understanding and a relationship between your mean value and instantaneous value. There is a relationship between the two. There are different theorems as part of mean value theorem, which we will discuss in our subsequent videos. For instance, we have Raleigh's theorem, which talks a little bit about the same concept. So just now you kind of understand why we need to know a relationship which exists definitely between a mean value and an instantaneous value. And mean value theorem guarantees this statement. Thank you.